Hi there, this is Marvania. This is not a gaming video. I thought I would make this video because we have guinea pigs and hamsters and, well, let me just show you. This is a cage that has been extended over time, and I mean a very short time. That is the base of the cage that we had when we bought them. We bought two female baby guinea pigs, and they were in that base with that lid on top, and it looked fairly big. I will admit we bought the guinea pigs at Pets at Home. It's a chain pet store, but the guinea pigs are healthy. They're happy. They're basically normal guinea pigs. And the girl did tell us that we would need a bigger cage for them, because that cage was only meant for baby guinea pigs. But all the other cages were two-tier. And we noticed that one of our guinea pigs, the white one that we call Tink, as in Princess Tinkerbell, was a bit klutzy and it tends to fall off things. So I didn't fancy a two-tier cage. However, when we bought this guinea pig, we bought a playpen so that they could get out and play. And we decided, instead of buying another big cage, we would just, because we have wood floors, it might be an idea just to keep them in their playpen. And this was fine for about 3 months, and then they outgrew the playpen. Or all of the things we have for them outgrew the playpen. And so I decided, right, instead of wasting a cage, I would extend this playpen a little bit. Now, as you can see, there's another piece of playpen behind there, which is ready to extend again at a later point if needed. And I bought cable ties, and I just cable tied it all together. And I made sure to cable tie, you can just see it there, to cable tie one of the sides up, because you cannot have guinea pigs walking on a mesh floor. So that is the extent of our homemade guinea pig cage. It has no roof. We don't have cats or dogs or anything that could hurt them. And what I will do is I will set this up and let you see the setup of the guinea pig cage once it is done. For now though, I will get back to cleaning it, which includes washing the floor and laying all the fleeces down and putting all the toys back in and their food and their water bottles. And I will see you again in a few, well, seconds for the video, but probably about 20 minutes for me. Excuse the bike outside. One of the biggest problems with this type of cage is, one, you need to keep the floor underneath waterproofed. So I've got wood polish that I use occasionally to keep it waterproofed. I would prefer to have a plinth under the cage, but because the cage keeps changing size, a plinth isn't economical right now. That's not to say it might not happen in the future once the guinea pigs are fully grown, because currently they're only 7 months old. The second problem, it's not really a problem, but it's a hassle, is folding the fleeces to fit into the cage and be flat, because if our guinea pigs see the slightest wrinkle, they will find a way to get underneath the fleece. And that just makes the whole cleaning thing really messy. Now, you'll notice I have a white, what looks like a sheet under the fleeces. It's not, it's an old tablecloth. And the reason I put that there is so that when I'm cleaning the cage, I can just pick up the fleeces and shake all of the hay and everything else that comes with that onto the tablecloth. Take the tablecloth outside and shake it. Makes it a lot easier because the hay doesn't stick to the tablecloth. It also allows me to see how, because as nasty as this sounds, I can see where they urinate on the white tablecloth so I can see if there's any problems, any blood, any extra calcium. Stains also show up on the fleeces as white. Yes, you do see some white, that's normal, but if you see it all clumped together in a chalky style, then your guinea pig has a problem. And the fleeces, the dark coloured fleeces and the white coloured sheet help me see if there's any defects in the urine. So this is just a blanket setup for the floor. The fleece helps the water sink through to the bottom and keeps the guinea pig dry on the top. And it also keeps them warm. Although we are coming into summer, so the reason they're folded this way and you've got a white corner is because their hay basket goes in that corner, so they don't need a fleece under that. But the fleece on this side is slightly thinner, so they've got a cool bit of floor to sit on, and the fleece on this side is thicker because it's two fleeces doubled over. So if they need to be warm, they can come onto this side. Now we have that done. That took me about half an hour to 40 minutes. Right, what I would advise is, from my personal opinion, if you have a kid that owns guinea pigs, anything younger than the age of, say, 14 is not going to be able to do this on their own. They are going to need help. It's quite a big job. I will say that when I bought guinea pigs, I thought, yes, you can look after them. It's only a little cage. Remember, the base of the cage. But when it gets bigger, it's far too big for one kid to do, in my opinion. I could be wrong. If you disagree, state your reasons why in the comments. Stay constructive though. So far, that is not all their vegetables. That is their hard vegetables. They haven't had yellow peppers for a few days. Peppers have all their vitamin C in them. The red ones are best, but mine's, well, not mine's, my daughters prefer the yellow ones. They won't even look at the green ones. They have their little hidey hole ball that they climb through and chew. This is an old stick house that I've put back in just for them to run through as a tunnel. Because since the cage got bigger, they're not really using the open space, basically because they're guinea pigs and they love tunnels. So I've put another tunnel in. I've also put their old sponge bed back in to see if they'll they're brave enough to sleep out in the open, because they have been lying out in the open a little bit more. Plenty of hay, fresh hay. Considering that's 80% of the diet, you need to really keep that stocked up. And I got a little dog house for them a couple of weeks ago. The reason the tunnel is in there is because Tink, otherwise Princess Tinkerbell, keeps knocking it over. So if I put the tunnel in there, they run through the tunnel into it. It's almost like Tink doesn't realise there's an opening and always tries to climb under it. The other one is Oreo, by the way, as in peanut butter Oreo. And you'll see them running about in the cage in a few seconds. But this is now the cage finally done, and they still have a cover. They're both back in the stick house. They had a bit of lap time before they went into the stick house. And yep, there you go. You just seen peanut butter Oreo run into the house. I think Tinkerbell is in its little house. In her little house. Tinky tink, tinky tink. There you go. And there's Tink. Oh, and there's Oreo. Oreo is the more skittish of the two. But now they'll have their little investigate. That's another thing. You try and change the cage every time you clean it, because it keeps them, their brains stimulated, it keeps them excited about what they're doing, and they'll always have a little investigate when they go back. And that's them looking for hidey holes that they can dash to if they get startled. And now it's time to feed them their leaves. Let's put the whole bag in.
The whole bag? That's a lot.
Is it? Yeah. Okay, put about half of that much in. Spread it around. Now the reason we spread the food around is because Oreo has a bad habit of guarding the food. It's one of the reasons we have 2 water bottles as well, and 2 hay baskets. These girls we got them together, and they play together, and they lie together, and they have lap time with us, but they don't share. So they have 2 hay baskets, 2 houses, 2 water bottles, and their food is always spread all over the place. I like to leave the hard vegetables separate from the leaves. So there you go. 2 happy little guinea pigs.